All right, everybody, I'm here with one of our preferred partners at Emerald Coast Road Producers, Mike McLendon, with Pillar to Post Home Inspections.
We're starting to get busy. Season's kicking in a little bit.
It really is.
So, yeah, we're gearing up for a really big year, I think.
Tell me where you work. Your territory is all the way from Panama City and beyond.
Yeah,
right?
actually,
Okay,
yeah. So we cover a really large part of the of the Panhandle. Our admin offices are based out of Panama City,
okay.
but we effectively work from about an hour east of Panama City and the St. George, Port St. Joe area, all the way to Fort Walton Beach.
It's a large area.
Florida. It's a large area. We've got 3 inspectors, and so we cover it. We cover it pretty well. It's been good. It keeps us busy. You got a lot of houses being sold.
So tell me, how long have you been doing home inspections, and how long have you owned Pillar to Post? What's your story?
Yeah, I started Pillar to Post in September of 1998. Kind of proud of the fact that we are the longest continuously operating home inspection company in the Florida Panhandle.
Is that right?
Yeah. We are very quickly coming up on having completed a little over about 14,000 home inspections.
14,000.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Since 1998.
Since 98. That's a lot of houses that I've been inside.
Gosh, what is that average per year?
I can't do that kind of math in my head.
Mike and his team were featured as our partner spotlight in our February 2024 issue.
Absolutely.
That was a great article. You are a family-owned, family-run business.
Yeah, and that has happened in the last about 7 years now. And it was funny because when I first started the business, I have 2 sons. They were actually in the 1st and 5th grades when I started it. And so, they both started off on different career paths and everything. But things came around, and one of my sons about 7 years ago, was when we started really taking off. And quite frankly, I just had too many inspections to handle on my own. Mm-hmm. We had about a 50% growth spurt in one year over the other a few years back. Wow. And then it just got to the point where I was missing phone calls even because we were just going. So I'm losing work because you don't answer the phone, they call the next home inspector on the list.
Right. That's a good problem to have, but
but you don't want to leave it on the table out there. Right. Obviously, you've built relationships through the years with these real estate agents, and of course, when they call you, they want to A, talk to you, and B, they want to know that you can get to them because, of course, as you well know, in the real estate industry, everything is time crunched. We have inspection periods and stuff. So at that point, my oldest son was kind of in between some jobs. He had left one career, was kind of changing careers. And so I said, hey, I really need help answering my phone. I said, probably on about 6 months or so. What do you think about this? And that's 3.5 years ago.
and your wife, Kay, she is involved in the business as well.
She is. Now Kay prefers to kind of stay in the background with things, but she's incredibly creative. And so she's really built a reputation in our market. Obviously, we do a lot of sponsoring. We sponsor things and stuff. And so we're forever making baskets and giveaways and things like that. It is really neat that, we all work together. Anything in the beginning, there's always a little bumps and everything. Sure. But quite frankly, I'm astonished at how well we all do. The boys, my sons are 4 years apart, and yet, the way they support each other, we've got one in admin, one in operations. It's pretty great. For the first time in my 26 years of having this business, I have 4 weeks of vacation planned this year. It's amazing to be able to leave and you don't forget about it, but you're not fretting about it necessarily.
What is next for you? You're talking about a 5-year projection. After that, no offense, but you're not 25 anymore.
I am not.
And I'm not either, so I can say that.
Yeah, exactly.
But after this next 5 years, what are you thinking?
Yeah, well, and honestly, that's part of why I'm pushing so hard to grow right now. This industry has been very good to me. It's given me it's a very happy, comfortable life. And I feel like it could very much do the same for my sons and their families.
And what's so obvious to everyone who meets you? You love what you do. You are truly passionate about it.
Yeah, I really do. It's funny. I look back in my life. I started this company. I was 37 years old when I looked back in my life, and I could see a pattern about every 8 to 10 years. I would get bored with this or bored with that, and I'd
You're
be
an
out there.
entrepreneur.
Yeah. And, but honestly, it's like anything. There are days when you go, oh God, I never want to do this again. That's just life. In general, this has kept my attention for a quarter of a century now. I've moved into more of the marketing side of it and stuff. I love that. I just love that.
You do a great job with marketing.
Yeah,
you really do.
Yeah. We do a lot. We have a lot to offer, and some of the things we're doing in home inspections right now, not only is other people not doing, they're not even thinking about.
Is that a pillar to post thing, or is that just you?
No, it's pillar to post.
Right.
One thing I have to say about pillar to post is since day one with them, they are always and forever looking for that next thing. The largest home inspection franchise company in North America. They are literally looked at by the industry as industry leaders.
Standard.
Yeah, and yet never once have they sat back and said, okay, we're good.
Right.
In our business, it's a weird little business because the people that pay us are of course the home buyer who ultimately is who we serve. But yet we really focus on the real estate professionals because that's who that home buyer is going to get their name from. And so what I have loved, especially over their last 3 to 5 years, is what's behind their innovations is what can we do? What things can we offer that is going to actually make that real estate agent professional's job easier?
I love that.
How can we help them do what they do already? Things like, we have the ability to create measured floor plans of houses.
Okay, you guys, can we just give them a round of applause? This is music to realtors' ears. We love this.
Yes.
The fact that you're looking at us and saying, how can I help you make your job easier?
Do what you do better. So a lot of the technology that's driving that is floor plans. I mean, how many realtors are asked to go back out to a house multiple times to measure this room because they got to get carpeting or they got to do this or stuff. If they get one of our packages, they're going to get a measured floor plan. They can deal with their flooring people, contractors, decorators, or just lay it out and measure their furniture. Say, yes, my couch will fit in there. Repair estimates, in our market still right now, because of the pandemic, most of the contracts that are being written are still as is contracts.
Sure.
But as this market is shifting, it's not every deal is a real as-is deal.
Right.
Any more power back.
I love the fact that you even have that knowledge. That shows that you are truly an expert in this field.
Yeah. Whether as-is deal or not, when you get that report back from a home inspector and you go, here's all the things, the very first question everybody involved in that transaction wants to know, how much is this going to cost?
Right.
Whether it be you're going to fix it or whether it be you're going to negotiate it or however, we've got a service that once you get the report, a little icon you can click and say, send me a repair estimate, and in 24 hours it'll be in your email. Experienced realtors and sort of, they have, they've got their cadre people that they can call on, handyman to get estimates and things like that. But when they're busy, they're booked up. We have on a number of occasions set up with the buyer ahead of time that, all right, we're going to finish the report and then they want to talk to us. So literally while we're still in the home we just inspected, we can email them the report and then we've had them FaceTime us. And then we can go through the report, and then they're asking questions. I can literally with the phone walk around and go, see, here's what I'm talking about right here. They also get a virtual tour of the house.
And that comes with your standard
That
report?
comes with everything we do.
Great.
So when we do our inspections, we set this camera up in every single room of the house, and it takes a full 360-degree photo. But what's unique about ours is at the end of it, then we will merge our inspection report with the virtual tour. They have their written report, which is our official document, right? But then they can open their tour and they can walk through the house.
Lovely.
And when they're standing in the kitchen, if we've documented any issues in the kitchen, they'll be in a little drop box on their screen that when they click on it, it pops open the photograph we took and the comment that we took for everything in the kitchen. They're able to share that with family, friends. They can let their mom and dad literally walk through the house they're buying.
Speaking of mom and dad, okay, so do you get the dad who comes to the home inspection and knows everything?
He does. How
do you deal with that?
I overwhelm him with information.
Right.
Do a home inspection. I train my people. We talk. We're explaining things as we go. So you got that dad or Uncle Bob or whatever that's coming along, and he's going to make sure nobody's taking advantage of his little girl or what have you.
And that's a
you
good
know.
thing. Is there anything else you think people need to know about you?
We stand behind everything we do.
Okay.
You know, you can't do 14,000 inspections and not miss something.
Yeah.
You know, you
That's
just
true.
can't. I mean, and we stand behind our work. If we've done it wrong and we get out there and we go, yep, that was on us, we'll make it right. Sometimes it's out of my pocket. That's why we carry E&O insurance.
Yeah, we appreciate that about you so much. You are the real deal. You've been such an important part of what we do.
It has been a fantastic investment, one we wouldn't hesitate to do again so far.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love hearing that.
Yeah.
If you haven't tried Mike and Pillar to Post, just give him a call. How can people reach you?
Our office phone number is 850-271-0501. Justin, my son, will answer the phone, answer every question that you've ever got. You reach out to us via email. We are the McLendon team at pillartopost.com.
I'll put that in here.
And
And your website?
And then our website is, just www.pillartopost.com. We promise you give us a shot, you'll call us again.
Yes, I agree.
You'll call us again.
Well, Mike, thank you so much.
Appreciate you.